Hi everyone. Today you'll hear a quick summary of the movie Counterattac. Enjoy watching. Five Mexican soldiers were riding in a car, discussing an important matter: where to stop for sandwiches. Suddenly, a pickup truck slammed into them at full speed. Armed men opened fire on their vehicle, but the guys didn't panic. They rammed the attackers, jumped out, and took them down. Some were shot, others stabbed. The soldiers geared up and did a quick head count. 3 days earlier, Lucy was taking her younger sister Carla to a hospital for an abortion. On the way, Carla got sick, ran to the side of the road, and saw something terrifying. In a nearby bar, two friends, Armando and Tuco, were drinking. They stepped outside and saw the sisters begging for help at a police station. But the girls were grabbed by cartel members. The thugs started interrogating them, demanding to know what they saw in the field. Armando decided to step in. When things got tense, he shot half of the gang and held a gun to their leader's head. Only then, the police came outside. They aimed their guns at Armando. He shouted, "I'm military. I saved them from being kidnapped." He tossed his ID to the chief. The corrupt cop had no choice but to arrest the criminals. Lucy explained, they had discovered a mass grave. That's why the cartel tried to kidnap them. The Mexican army secured the site. Inside the grave, they found body parts of 10 tortured and executed soldiers. The cartel responsible was led by Josef Urios. General Marcela told Secretary Arviza, "They'll pay for this. We will catch those animals." He put Armando Herrera in charge of the task force. Jose watched the news about the massacre while making waffles for his daughters. His brother Roman, the mustached guy Armando beat up, showed up. He'd been released immediately. The cartel had already bought off the police and politicians. But Armando was a different story. He commanded an elite unit, the Bat Squad, the same unit that took down their father. That same day, cartel thugs broke into the sisters' home and kidnapped them. The Bat Squad was tasked with capturing Eduardo Medina, aka the Pig. He was the weak link and might turn on Jose to save himself. He owned a seafood restaurant. That's where the team launched their raid. They surrounded him, arrested him without a fight. As they were escorting him to a boat, a cartel sniper tried to take him out, but was quickly eliminated by young marksman Polo. The Pig and other cartel members were handed over to the police. Mission successful. The team was hoping for a break. General Marcela was pleased. This is how you catch scum in daylight. Armando wasn't going to stop until Jose was behind bars, but red tape meant they were granted a short leave. Meanwhile, Jose met with the crooked politician Arviza. He gave him cartel money and a phone to track Armando's location. Roman secretly filmed the meeting to have leverage over the official. Jose gave Roman a mission: take care of Armando for our father. The cartel picked the perfect time to strike. Armando was on vacation, but not alone. He was with his whole squad. That's how they ended up in a roadside ambush. The soldiers stripped body armor and weapons from the dead attackers. Well equipped now, they headed into the woods. Behind cover, they were attacked by Roman's reinforcements. Roman yelled, "Charge!" But the soldiers used it to take out 3 enemies. A few precise shots later, and the rest were dead. Roman was badly injured. He crawled behind a car, shot out some tires, and tossed a grenade. He called his brother, told him to avenge him, then died. Armando realized someone had betrayed them. The mustached thug was Roman, Jose's brother. More killers would be on the way. They had to move, fast. Armando requested an evac. He gave their future position, 6 hours from now. No time to wait. The cartel would come sooner. Jose arrived within minutes. His father was killed by this team. Now his brother too. "I love you, bro. I love you." He summoned the Rabid Dogs, a mercenary unit made of ex-soldiers. He knew where the squad was headed, toward El Paso, along the river. Polo smeared mud on his white hoodie to camouflage. He was their best sniper and opened fire. Out of 9 enemies, only 7 survived. Still outnumbered, the team retreated. Ammo was running low. They split up and set an ambush. Armando took out 2. Polo, another one. The rest fled, only to run into more soldiers hidden in the bushes. Polo was hit, but not badly. 3 more soldiers arrived. Tanky was shot in the head, but Combo cauterized the wound with a rifle barrel. Jose was in the forest with 9 mercs. Only 1 Cobra returned. Armando suspected phone tracking, so he collected everyone's devices. They'd left the phones by the cartel bodies. Jose had lost his edge. That day, the team had already killed 18 of his men. The mercs dragged heavy crates through the woods, but the soldiers were also exhausted. Tanky needed constant rest. Polo was upset. His new sneakers were now ruined. Armando had Roman's phone and found the recording with the corrupt politician. Now they knew who betrayed them. No time to rest. They moved toward a cartel base near El Paso. They needed supplies, ammo, but the mercs tracked them through Polo's blood trail. The team reached a sawmill. Polo covered them. They stormed the building, killed everyone inside. In the next room, they found Lucy and Carla, tied up and traumatized. Combo checked them out. They were alive. The squad found a stash of weapons. They suited up, even gave the girls body armor. "Damn, this thing weighs a ton," Carla complained. "You hate it until it saves your life." As they moved out, Carla was shot. They ran back inside to defend. Hakeem threw a grenade. Polo hit again, this time in the leg. The rabid dogs were firing at the house, but the team's position was better. Soon 3 mercs were dead. Carla was saved by the vest she'd cursed earlier. Combo was injured. They couldn't hold out much longer. Cobra led them to a secret underground tunnel used by the cartel to move drugs. The women were armed. Armando trained them on the spot. Polo was bleeding out. Combo shoved gauze into the wound to stop it. The mercs finally opened their crates. K2 heavy machine guns. The heroes hit the floor and prayed. Bullets shredded the building. When it was time to reload, the squad struck back. 2 gunners down. A grenade finished the rest. Tanky fired from the street, but got hit while retreating. Jose ordered another assault. He shot Combo. Only 1 merc reached the house and stabbed Hakeem in the leg. Polo covered him. Jose took over a gun, shouted for ammo. Armando shot the courier. Tanky ran out of bullets. Carla brought him more. The rest of the cartel crawled through the tunnel. Carla saw Tanky bleeding and called for help, but Cobra emerged from the basement. She and Tanky shot each other. Tanky, barely alive, crawled to the pit and tossed in a grenade. Boom! The house exploded. Tanky went down a hero. Only Jose survived, hiding behind logs. He shot Polo in the neck. Polo drowned in his own blood. Jose stood up, hands raised. He dropped his gun. He laughed. "I'll be just fine in prison." Armando told his men, "Don't shoot. You want to shoot someone? Shoot me. But we have honor." He challenged Jose to a fistfight. Jose beat him up, pulled a knife, but the captain stabbed his leg, broke his arm, and knocked him out. Armando wanted to slit his throat, but that would be too easy. He swore Jose would pay. At dawn, army helicopters arrived. That's how 5 Mexican soldiers took down an entire cartel and captured its leader.